Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our hosts Jim Studebaker and Todd Robertson give you strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Jim and Todd.
Hey!
Welcome back. We are back here. Take a listing today. Would everybody like to take a listing today? Why not today? Today is a great subject. How to sell more this winter. So with Todd and I, we have Lisa Gray, our producer over there.
Lisa Gray in the house.
With us once again. And here's a great thing I had no idea.
Right.
The winter season doesn't have to mean it's time for your real estate business to hibernate. I always thought real estate was like bears. You hibernate in the winter, and that was that. But apparently I was wrong.
Well, yes. And see, human beings, especially realtors, we have a mechanism called rationalization and justification. So we rationalize things. Mm-hmm. So you were a realtor, I was a realtor.
Right.
So we saw this happen. We were probably guilty of it at times until we got our mindset straight. But a lot of realtors have a ton of excuses to say, well, I don't want to bother anyone. It's holidays, so we're going to go to our company event, or we're going to go to this event and that event. Well, guess what? There are some of your competition who will take this podcast content today and eat it up. They're going to listen to this and watch this 3 or 4 times. So when January and February show up in March, they're already way past their competition because of this topic.
So the question is, for the real estate professionals listening to this podcast right now, do you want to be one of the agents who have a great November and December, or are you going to be one that hibernates?
Correct. Or you're going to be one like I spoke with this morning that said, hey, I just have a couple of questions. I'm getting my marketing ready for next year, 2020, probably January or February. So exactly, the ones that start now are going to be way ahead of those people.
All right, so let's talk about some strategies so that you can sell more this winter. And even if it's not winter where you are, here in Florida, you still break a sweat walking outside the door. But in some parts of the country, it might be snowing right now. So let's find out. You know, from the great cheese state of Wisconsin, that's where Lisa is from.
Yes, they've actually hit the 30s already.
It's been in the 30s.
So that's why you relocated your family here. And I saw Denver, where I just came from, just got some snow last night. So
yes, they're getting winter storm warnings out, I think in Montana.
Okay.
All right. So if you're out west, listen up, because winter is already here, right? So first idea, provide some undivided attention. Less home owners are going to sell during the winter. We just know that. You can provide more undivided attention to your clients by having less people to deal with, means you have more time for attention, meaning a happy client and more closings.
And if somebody on the buyer side or the seller side, and you've qualified them and they want to do business with you and they're looking around this time, totally write this down in your success journal, provide undivided attention, because these are the most serious of serious if they're looking around that time, correct?
Mm-hmm. That's right. We already talked about less competition. A lot of agents take the months off, so that means more buyer interest for you. Your marketing is going to stand out because there's fewer of your competition who is doing marketing at that time. Find out where the motivated sellers are hiding. Are there businesses that are downsizing? Layoffs mean potential home sellers need to move.
In addition to that, there are a lot of people out there who are qualified that just don't know the real estate system, right? So doing a little 20-minute buyer event sponsored by a title company might get some of these millennials that are making a lot of money, who have great credit, who just don't know. Mm-hmm. So let's go find these homeowners where they are, because maybe they don't realize, well, I'm renting, I'm making this, and I could have all these benefits tax-wise, home-wise, etc.
Right. Foreclosures. You've got foreclosures that banks have that they want to sell. You've got homeowners who might have to do a short sale. Banks might be more willing to negotiate at the end of the year. They want to get properties off their books as well. So banks might be a little more lenient towards the end of the year. Here's a great one for sale by owners. Might be getting a little antsy. During the winter, due to a lack of traffic into their homes, they're trying to sell it on their own. They might be more open to listing their property to get it sold.
Exactly, and that's a great point, because think about this. Someone's trying to go for sale by owner and in theory save the commission. Well, they're taking calls, they're running ads, they're trying to qualify people. It's like, if we broke our arm, we're going to try to fix it ourselves, or we're going to go somewhere and have it done professionally.
Mm-hmm. Relocations. The biggest months for corporate relocations are January and February. Sellers need to transfer, and they're highly motivated due to time limits to get started in their new area.
And a lot of you listening right now know that there are relationships that you could cultivate and develop that will lead to more relocation businesses, right? The business to business. You know which big companies are in your city. So those are the people to start building relationships with. So when people are selling and people are coming in, now you've developed your corporate business base.
So you need to find out where the motivated buyers are hiding. Sometimes the buyers are going to be hibernating as well.
Correct.
But if you know where to look, you're going to be able to find them. Where are businesses expanding and growing? This normally means more hiring and an influx of new home buyers. And winter buyers are normally more serious buyers. There's a reason why they're heading out in the snow and sleet and ice during the winter to look at homes. So that means that they are more serious about it. Here's a stat that I didn't realize. Statistically, homes sell for slightly more money during the winter months.
It's very fascinating, right? You think about that, like homes are decorated during the holidays, so the people are happy to show it. The buyers feel good when they're going in, and you know they're serious if they're going in during the holidays.
Right.
But it puts them in a good mood. They can smell maybe the Christmas tree, and they can see the decorations. And it's probably the one time a year where you don't have to go out of your way to get your house ready to put it on the market.
Right, because it always looks good because you've got company coming over and you've got decorations up.
Yep.
Very good point. You know what else is going to be is less agent competition. So capitalize on that. When the other agents are lightening up and taking a break during the winter holiday, less competition for you means you can list those properties.
And I love that point, and here's why. Because as you notice, as you go through our podcast, for those of you watching or listening, and or those of you that have read this book, Become a Listing Legend, just the title. Now think about this. We're helping you get to the point where the things you'll be doing, the strategies you'll be implementing and deploying are all designed to get you more business, and you will have less competition because they are not doing what we're discussing today. They're not doing what's in here. So we're going to help you get all the business, and they're going to have a tougher time.
How about fence sitters? Great time of year to go after fence sitters and get them motivated to list their homes. What are the benefits to those people if they list their home before the end of the year? Higher listing price, we talked about that. More serious buyers, we talked about that. Less competition for you, we talked about that. And you can get ahead of the flooded spring market. They can be on their way, their house is sold, everything is good.
Exactly. There's magic in that. And then also, if you look at this, think about your prospecting. Think about what you're going to do during that month when everybody else is asleep. And maybe it's just set a timer on your phone for 2 hours where you're making your outbound calls to your past client centers of influence, people who have done business with you in the past, maybe small business owners. But this right here will help you. And think about this. If the only thing you're doing is instilling the name every time you listen or watch, take a listing today. If a realtor just woke up and that was their mantra that day, I need to take a listing today, then your mind will start going, ooh, Susie was on the fence a few months ago. Well, Sam down the road. So now you're more efficient just because of your thought process.
Yes. And how about tax benefits? There are some tax benefits to purchasing a house before the end of the year. So call up your CPA or your tax advisor and find out what those benefits might be.
Well,
and
I think a great idea also is to then market that way. You know, when you have something like that most home sellers or buyers aren't thinking about, when you send out some direct marketing or you make those phone calls or those visits, just remind buyers, potential buyers and sellers, boy, do you need some tax benefits this year before the end of the year? Maybe it's a great time for you to buy or sell a home.
And see, somebody renting might not have that on their radar, so that's a great point, right? Because they're just going through life, boom, 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 boom. Here's what I had to do at that point. Well,
yeah, if there's a great tax advantage for that, that's a great reason to get in front of some renters and say, now's the time to buy before the end of the year.
Exactly. Go after people that other people don't want to go after.
Yeah. During the winter, here's another benefit. Due to less activity, lenders can get financing ready quicker, which means quicker closings. And that's always a good thing.
So question for you. So the notes that you took on how to be more efficient this winter, go ahead and type in, if you have some questions, type in which points hit home most for you. as a real estate agent? In other words, what are you going to take away from this conversation that you're going to actually go back and implement? Because what did Floyd Wickman told us years ago, right? Mm-hmm. He said, education without application is worse than worthless.
Right.
So I like to know, and you like to know, what is someone going to implement or take away from a particular conversation that they plug into their business and they could see exponential results?
Okay, Lisa, you're raising your hand. Do we have a caller?
Yes, it looks like we have Kay on the line, and I'm going to go ahead and make her live to ask her question. Go ahead, Kay.
Kay, can you hear us?
Yes, hello.
Hello, where are you calling from?
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Very nice, right up the road.
It's a beautiful place. Beautiful place to be.
It is. What is your question, Kay?
I just wanted to know, what is the best strategy to prepare for the influx of expireds on January 1st?
Interesting.
Okay.
I'll start and then you take it.
All right.
First of all, great question, because that means your mind is in the right place. And for me, it's simple. So if I'm working with you as an agent and you want to know, I say, number one, make your New Year's Eve party short, because everyone else is going to make theirs longer and they will be hung over the next day and the following day. So they'll be out of order prospecting. So plan your January 1, write out a schedule, just like any small business owner would. When's your administrative time? When's your prospecting time? Because your competition will not be thinking that way. 99% will not have that. So you want to have that date scheduled down. You want to already have, there are services that you can sign up for that will send you via email FSBOs and expireds every day, right to your inbox. So so you sign up for one of those. So those are a couple of tips on my end. And what would you elaborate on?
Well, something to set yourself apart from everybody else. You're going to have a lot of agents who are calling these homeowners whose listing just expired, trying to say, hey, I can sell your house, whatever. Take it the next step and go visit those houses in person. And I'll bet half of them, they're going to be there because everybody's off of work on January 1st. Yep. And those who don't come to the door, leave a door hanger. So that way you're setting yourself apart. Instead of just leaving a phone message, you're hanging up something on the door or seeing them in person.
Excellent. And that's way stronger than the agents who will say to their assistant, oh, okay, just print out a bunch of expired postcards and send them out. Well, that's good, but we've all read the book Good to Great by Jim Collins. Mm-hmm. So good is the enemy of great.
Right.
So if you can show up and be there, you're there to ask questions. You have great rapport. You've got your elevator pitch down. You're doing something that most people aren't even thinking of until probably February or March.
Yeah.
So great question, by the way, Kay. Thank you.
Does that help you out?
Thank you. Yeah, that's a great strategy. I appreciate it.
All right, Kay, how would you like to win something on our podcast today?
Oh boy, what kind of prizes do you have?
Oh, you'll love this.
Yeah.
We happen to have a gift card for Prospects Plus, $25, and or Todd's latest book. Have you read that yet?
I have not.
Okay, yeah, we might want to read that as soon as we can.
Only if you want to become a listing legend, then it might be important.
I'd love to.
Well, I happen to have 28 questions here, so just in case this runs long, we won't run out of questions. Kay, put your thinking cap on. Are you ready for hopefully the only question, if you get it right?
Okay.
All right. Oh, this is very easy.
Oh.
How many bones are in a human... What is that typing sound? Wait a minute.
She's Googling already.
Smart contestant.
You know what? Very resourcureful.
It's just raindrops falling.
Raindrops. How many bones are in a human body?
I have no idea. Is that common knowledge?
It should be.
Do you want to phone a friend?
Sure.
Final answer?
Take a guess.
Can one of you guys be my friend that I'm phoning?
Nice try. Great resourcefulness again.
I think there has to be a rule against that, right?
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know. 105.
105. Well, I hope you see a doctor if you only have 105 bones. The correct answer is 206.
Oh, you would have loved the
Bones.
book, Kay. Sorry, you would have loved the book.
All right. Well, too bad. All right, tell you what. One more question.
Okay.
We want you to win.
We do want you to win. How
All right,
many
easier
black
this time.
How many black keys does a piano have?
Oh.
Wow, I don't know that one either.
You could be resourceful. You've got 9 seconds remaining.
Is there a piano near you?
There is not. I'm going to go
Darn
with
it.
36.
36?
What?
Is it really?
How'd you guess that?
36. It had nothing to do with that typing sound in the background.
Oh, I really got that one.
Congratulations
All
on winning the
right.
gift card and the book.
She gets them both?
Sweet.
All right. Well,
Thank
Kay,
you.
thank you for calling in. Hang on the line and give Lisa your particulars so we can get the stuff out to you.
Congratulations and stay strong. Thanks
All
for
right.
calling in.
Thank you.
If you'd like to be part of our audience for our next live taping, go to our website, takealistingtoday.com, to view the dates of our next tapings and sign up for your chance to ask questions and maybe even win a prize. The Take a Listing Today podcast is brought to you by ProspectsPLUS, offering a multitude of marketing products that will help ensure your real estate success. Be sure to like this podcast and subscribe to our podcast channel. And we'll talk with you next week.